Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Japan Community Unemployed Group. My name is Tim. I'm the Digital Hub Coordinator. We're here today talking to Jared. Colleen is with me today. She's another special guest. Tomorrow, April the 2nd, is World Autism Day, and April is Autism Awareness Month. Have I said that correctly, Colleen?
Yes, Autism Acceptance and Awareness Month. So just about the acceptance and being aware. So you did get it right.
See, so I nearly got it right, Jared.
No, you got it right. In the introduction, Tim, just to say that this actually came out of us having an organic conversation down in the room because I was actually interested. I didn't know much. And then I was asking them all their questions and then presented itself in them, how they knew, how they, sort of got the ball rolling there.
So, Jared, we are one of our Tuesday group, our Crafty Quavers, and I've got a series of questions just about autism and bits and pieces. So,
Hello, Tim.
So, Jared, can you share with us your personal journey with autism?
Yes. Well, I was first diagnosed with autism when I was younger, and I just noticed things different to everyone else, like counting, maths and all, and I really liked reading books, picture books, and Lego and stuff, and organising things, and everyone else seemed me a wee bit different, but everyone accepted me then too, so it was a good experience too. So
Did you feel different, though, Jared? Did you think to yourself, I'm not?
no, I didn't feel different. It's not.
The way that it happened organically downstairs, you were talking about autism and your own experiences and everything, is what it then piqued Colleen's interest, and then whenever we had been chatting about the podcast already, we decided that we put a podcast together about autism on Autism Awareness Day. All right, Corey?
I can't take you serious.
I get that a lot, Corey, don't worry. So, go back to the start. So, Jared, can you tell us about...
At the start, I didn't really feel different because I was still in a class of only school children. But then when I went through school, then I knew I had to get things done different for myself. Like I had to get like flashcards done for speaking and stuff, and I had to just take longer than anyone else to learn how to write and talk a bit. So it was a wee bit different, but everything was like laid out for me, so it wasn't too bad.
So you were in mainstream education until you were what age, Bud?
Well, P7, so that would be about 12.
Yeah. And then so you transitioned then to...
Knockable school then.
Okay.
I went to Knockable. Right.
Just out of curiosity, what's the age group over there, Corey? I know you work up there as a volunteer.
Nursery up to year 19.
Yeah. Did you nursery? Nursery up until 19?
So, Jared, you left primary school, and then rather than going to mainstream secondary school, you went to
Knockable school, yeah.
Okay. And how did you find that?
It was a bit of a change at the start, and then it was good then because it was a weird class then, so you had more support from the teacher and the classroom assistants, and then I made more friends at Knockable than I did in Clockhour too.
Okay.
Which was good.
And is that where you met Corey?
Yes.
Of course.
And what age were you, Corey, whenever you had your journey? How did you get to Knockable?
Well, I went to mainstream right from nursery to fourth year.
To fourth year?
Fourth year.
Okay.
So age 14. Then I joined Knocko age 14
And
up to 19.
And what secondary school then did you start with? Where did you go to?
Holy Cross.
Holy Cross, very good. And how did that transition happen? Was that something that you were involved with, like choosing to go to Knockavo, or was that something that...
Both parents, my family, and the school.
Okay. And you took to it like a duck to water, you felt at home and everything else? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So whenever you were there, both at Knockavo, how did it work out then as far as qualifications? Did you do the normal GCSE level things, or do you do OCNs, or how does it work over in College Network? What sort of kind of qualifications do you do? I know that while you've been here with us, you've done a string of OCN level 1s and level 2s, and Jared's done your... You do both English and Maths? Sure?
English and Maths.
Yeah.
We done OCN in Knockable, and we done up to into level 3 in Maths and English.
Very good.
But we were already looking into level 1 stuff before we left the school.
And you've done your child protection as well too while you've been here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what was the most recent thing you were doing?
Money management.
On the management course, yeah. Very,
Yeah.
I was an OCN as well too. No. So but it's the other side of it too as well. So you've actually got quite a healthy, I would say, knowing you now over the last 2 years or so, you both have got quite a healthy interest in education, and so that doesn't hold you back. It doesn't.
No.
So it kind of prevent you from learning and stuff. So
Yeah.
You've also been studying as well, do you, Corey? You've done a
Level 3.
level
Childcare.
in childcare at NWRC.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Have
And
you-
is that tying in now with your placement?
Yep.
So Corey is now doing a placement in Knockavo. So can you tell us a wee bit about that, Corey?
Well, I'm up there 3 days a week, and it's brilliant.
You're really enjoying it?
Getting to know all the different disabilities and the children and all, like one-to-ones and different things. Not every disability is the same, like.
Yeah. And then you probably have a good insight as well because of your own autism.
Yep.
You can recognise maybe things within the system that maybe a regular, I suppose that's the wrong word, regular. See, this is why we're doing this podcast, so we know
we can open up the
we
comment
can
section.
we can open up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like people say regular, normal, all that kind of thing, but that's not all the right terminology, I'm sure.
Yeah.
How has autism shaped the way that you experience the world?
Yes. It's like shaped my experience that I see things different. I can remember times and dates and numbers and stuff too.
You're always the organizer in the group.
Yeah. And I can remember where things is kept and all too. So it's good for organising too. Which can help other people too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is,
As far as things go for organising stuff for the group, so you always have first one out with the calendar and checking timetables for buses and
yeah.
Also, the first one out with the sweets, thank God, on the
Yeah.
bus trips.
Yeah, that's right.
And Corey keeps us
Chocolates
stocked up
to
in
himself,
biscuits.
yeah.
No, Corey's very good too. He's the biscuits on a Tuesday. We can't.
Making so everyone has the shopping bags and all with them too.
I'll have to cut that out and change the fruit instead.
are we on a diet now, Corey?
We're letting on. We're eating fruit. We're actually not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. And the next question, Jared, what kind of support or combination has made the biggest difference to your day-to-day life?
I think it's just knockable too, because there was more classroom assistance. So I learned a way lot more in knockable than I did in primary school. And coming here too,
What age were you when you left Knockavo then, Jared?
I was 19 when
Okay.
I left knockable.
And what age are you both now?
Well, I'm
20.
25.
26.
25, 26, okay. Very good. And in between times then, so you've been with Perpetua and Strabane Applied Group as the Crafty Quavers for the last 3 years. And
That's been amazing.
And again, Corey, you've done volunteering within that time for
Knockable.
and for
Petcha.
Petula and the Strabane Community
Yeah.
Unemployed Group. You did a bit with the Learning Play, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Have you done it last year
And the year before.
and the year
I
before?
done it the year before too. Was
And
good.
you've also volunteered, so
Yeah.
you're actually giving back to into the community.
Well, they've also as well too been
Yeah.
involved in fundraising. Like Corey ran a competition last year where he auctioned off a prize draw for a Tyrone
Jersey.
jersey, and then Jared and Corey and the rest of the group have also been involved in a charity night where they did songs.
That was the 70s, 80s night.
70s,
That's
80s,
all.
that's all. Yeah, that was 2 years ago, and that again was
Yeah.
very successful. Yep. And again, many thanks to
Blondie and Hairdo helped us out with that.
they're very good. They came in and did a couple of classes. They do sort of two sessions a year, well, 2 groups of sessions a year. One for Christmas for your Christmas carol service at the church,
Yeah.
and then one then for that summer
So,
show. Yeah.
And this year, you were also in the, what do you call the home in the Melmount Road?
Greenfield.
Greenfield.
Greenfield Home. Yeah.
These were also on again giving back. So although you know yous are very good as well giving back into the community, that's
Aye.
one thing I noticed about the group, the
Well,
crafty cleavers.
the other thing is what you call actually the thing that the boys are very good at, and you can see the others in the group do the same. They try and encourage others in.
Yes.
So we've had a couple of new faces over the last couple of months.
Yeah.
And again, there's more space for others.
Yeah.
If there are other people out there who are listening to this and think that they'd like to come along on a Tuesday and get involved,
Yeah.
do a bit of learning along the way and a bit of training along the way, and also then about a bit of volunteering too as well. So
And friendship too.
yeah, and friendship, oh, absolutely, yeah. And again, part and parcel of what Perpetua has been doing here for years and years and years is the signposting to other support if needed. So they talk about community education being like a wraparound environment. So if somebody came along to do, for example, one course and then they were interested in something else, or if they needed advice, we've had the Dove House has been up here.
Yeah.
So again, there have been people on our courses or others who have needed advice on any particular circumstances, whether it was benefits or housing or any other support, then we make an appointment with them with Dove House whenever they're up here, and then that sort of helps people along too as well. So
Yeah.
that's basically it. So Corey, would you like to add any more, or would you like to throw something else in during
Well,
the
I
podcast?
think one of the good questions there that maybe we didn't highlight was, what are some common misconceptions about autism that you'd like to correct? Is there things that like you go, oh God, they think
Richard-
that, but that's not true?
Richard was very good last week about the
Trains.
The
train
trains.
spotters.
I
Train
laughed
spotters, yeah.
when I said that. He says, what's this thing with trains? Everybody says we love trains, but we don't.
Yeah.
That was funny. But
Yeah.
again, that's all to do with the numbers and
Yeah,
the
well,
counting
absolutely.
and the
Yeah,
timetable,
yeah.
and that's why a lot of people do
Yeah.
actually like trains. So
Well, any sort of kind of collecting at all. I mean, people do the same thing with computers and cameras and cars and
Lego.
Yeah.
Jared does it with
exactly.
Lego.
Jared does it
Ah,
with Lego.
Jared.
There you go.
Lego,
told
yeah.
us that at the start.
You've been outed as a Lego lover, Jared.
Yeah.
And Corey, I would say you're very organised. Once you get an idea about something, you
Like
run
a
with
project,
it. Like a
aye.
project. You will take that project and you will, which is a good thing. Where some
Deliver
people
it.
might, take a project, do it halfway, you will go the whole distance with it and follow through and everything. So that's secret powers, I think, people with autism have as well.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Superpowers in different ways.
What was that question you asked again?
What are some common misconceptions about autism that you would like to correct?
Is there
Is there any assumptions people make about you?
Well, just because when somebody hears autism, they're going to think, oh, he's going to be a troublemaker,
All right.
basically,
because they have behavioural issues?
because of your
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah.
And that's not the case.
No.
No, that's not the case.
No. Well,
Like-
apart from you, Jared.
Like
you're
there's
a
some
white
people
trouble.
with autism out there, while sensitive, to be sensitive to sound and light,
Yes.
grips and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So it's not like it's going to be.
No. Richard and Oren have just joined us here now, which is great.
Do you want to swap seats?
Aye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to swap around now. We're going to get Richard and Oren. He's done this before.
He's a pro.
The pro. Okay. Now we're going to start from the top again. The other two guys were in, and we just did a quick run through of the questions. They didn't answer all the questions. They just sort of kind of picked out the ones they thought were conversational. Richard, can you share with us your personal journey through autism?
Well, I believe I was diagnosed about 6 or 7 years old,
Okay.
but I went to mainstream school for out until P7, then went to Knockavo.
But Richard, I was asking how it presented itself and how you sort of recognised then. Maybe, I am autistic, I have autism or whatever. I was asking, as somebody who doesn't know very much about it, how it presented itself in you. And you were able to tell me that. Could you maybe tell us a wee bit about that, Richard?
Well, I was saying I was 6 or 7, so I don't really remember before, so I always knew after that.
Yeah.
But I was held back a year, so I went into I wasn't in secondary straight away. I went into primary for a year just to get myself settled in, and then went up.
Okay. And did you do GCSEs up there? Did you do OCNs up there? Did you do City and Guild?
Well, I was entry level first,
Entry levels? Okay.
and then in 21 training I did level 1 and 2.
Very good. So you went on anyway to get your education.
Uh,
Very good. And then you've done, as Tim had mentioned, with Corey and Jared. You've
did-
done a
you did
bit more
mon-
learning here.
Yeah, you did management, didn't you? Here?
Oh, that's right, the end of the year.
Yeah,
yeah.
that was OCN as well.
And we did child protection, I think. With again, those opportunities will be there, sort of.
Yeah.
You know, Oren, what about you? Tell us about your experience of autism.
I was born years ago, and I I was in the hospital. I was learning to have learning difficulties. I was a baby. Then I went to the primary school in St Mary's Boys. Just got just on level P1 and went up to secretary P2. Then went up to I went to secretary school. And I crossed all the teachers know I have this learning disability, like autism. Sometimes I got bullied. Some different students bully me. It's just like, just want to go. Just mum, I don't like this school. Just went to Knockavoe. Then I learned how to have I went to. Then I have my learning difficulty. I still do when I have chat to all my friends. And then I just left. Then went Knockavoe. Went to Stavantech. Do my OCN and a learning OCN. I did that. Then I missed. Then went to I went up to Stavani, learned my autism. They helped me to learn my autism. It's like if my friends need help with autism, I just come in to help. Then I missed. Then I went to Stavantech. Then when first time I met Tim, and I was like, I was in Stavantech, and then he showed us then.
Yeah, you were in for
The
VR,
VR,
virtual
and
headshot workshop, yeah.
And I helped him with the doctor and the TV up there,
Yeah,
just helping him.
You're very helpful that day, that's right. Yeah.
I always help people with my disability. When Richard was struggling in the house, I'll come down to him and say, "Come on outside," just to get him out. That's my help him. I know he has this autism. And first time I met him, I was in Knockavoe. He joined, and I didn't know. I met Corey since secondary school. He knows I have disability. I used to hang with him and his brothers, and then that's it. Then I made him man.
Well, the good thing is now you are reconnected on your Tuesday group
Yep.
and the Crafty Quavers.
Yep.
Isn't that great, Oren?
Yep.
Oh, that's fantastic. You see, that's the thing then. You can meet up in different areas, and just because you're not in school together doesn't mean then that the
Yeah.
friendship has to be over. Isn't that good?
Yep.
Good man. You sound anyway as if you're giving back to your community, Oren. You like to give back?
Yep.
Yeah. We were also speaking to the boys about what are the common misconceptions about autism, and, you know, what people think maybe when they hear somebody's autistic that you don't think is necessarily the truth. You know, is there anything people assume about you?
Well, I suppose the one I said about the trains the other day.
Yeah.
But apart from that, can't think of any others.
Explain that again for the purpose
All
of the
right.
podcast, please.
So they have a big fascination with it, which I don't personally. I know there are others who do. I think you said about the times and the schedules, which I do understand.
I could see exactly where it would fall in to a description of the character, because somebody then who likes, like a train spotter would be someone who stands for hours and hours on end, and they wait for a certain train, and they'd be able to tell you exactly what type of train it was, whether it was a diesel or a steam engine or, an electric motor, or, so, and then the different colours or the different.
I met all the people in the world that have autism. When I was in live on TikTok, that's my first time chatting to people on TikTok about my autism. So when I first met my friend over in Scotland, she had autism. They're then on the wheelchair. I was like, "Babe, calm down." I just told her, if you want to help people, just chat to people and you need help with your autism. Because I always help my nephew. He doesn't have autism. I just help on him because he's my wee niece or my nephew. I help him. It's like, "Ready, if you need help, just tell me, call my name. I come down to help you, your maths, your English." He helps me in. It helps me. I always meet the people like this autism. Like people like Stamana, all them have autism. I just came over to help. I said to my tutors, like, "I need help with my maths." She comes straight over to me, help me. Then I help my cousin, all my friends. My cousin has autism.
Yeah. So it's basically that you're as capable as anybody to help people as well.
Yep.
That's very good. Do you think you've had to face any other challenges because you have autism? Do you feel that maybe there's challenges that you face? That maybe.
I was in Knockavoe Nights. It was
Yes.
my first time was with them. I met them the first time, and I was like, "What was I going to do without them?" It's like, I was the nice mate. They treat me like a perfect teammate. That
Yes.
was my first time in the being to school. Joined the
Yes.
team. I was like, I don't know these people. Just Jim's treat me in like a perfect, like a teacher, like a perfect coach. Came in and I went left Nagavo nights since 2019. I left. I just came over to still visit them. Then went over to see. I saw Scrubs coming up and come up on Facebook. I was like, I want to join them to see. They treat me like a perfect family. They are my family.
Very good.
Knockeville Knights.
Oh, I should have clarified. That's the school's football team.
Oh, right, very good.
Did you were you any good?
Yeah, we're decent enough.
We're decent in the last game of the season, and I was the keeper. I got the ball hit me in the face. Then I
Oh
helped.
no,
I helped.
nor.
Then I helped. Then I helped my team.
Yes.
They helped them. They got
Yeah,
through.
break your glasses too.
I
You what?
Broke his glasses.
Oh, for the love of God.
I then scanned. Then I helped the team in. Then I got the player of the month. And like
Oh, fantastic.
achievement. You seen the gym says my name coming up. I was nervous. So I was like, who's going to win it? If it's Rachel's going to win it, or Courtney's going to win it. No, I came in. I got to win it. Then
So you were delighted?
glided. I
Oh,
did.
that's fantastic.
Then I did this nice speech of the span. I did a nice, lovely speech. I read down in the span. I and talk him. I'm missing going to family. Jacqueline and a couple of people know me
Yes.
because my auntie works for Stabani.
What is Giovanni Richard?
Stabani is like a self-advertisement.
Right, okay.
If you learn your maths or English or your driving fair test, come in to help you.
Where are they based?
They're based up in the Bowling Green, just around the corner. 39 Bowling Green, just always go there. Always coming to visit and say them, I'm coming back. Then if you need like if qualification, they need you help. That's why I choose to all my cousin. He goes to it. I go to all but it's the band goes to it. It's a lovely family for us.
Okay, next question. What are some of the challenges that you've faced and how have you navigated through them?
Well, some challenges. I'm of autism and I'm dyslexic. So with reading, I would have chose a song and just learnt the song over and over again. So I got the words of the song. So that's the way I would have learnt how to read.
It's clever.
And I would have knew the song, yeah. So two birds with one stone.
And you recognize the words then as you saw them.
Uh-huh.
Very good, Corey. It's a fantastic way to cope. It's a fantastic way to work around, yeah. You've also done a music production course here too as well, haven't you? And you've done
Photography.
photography too.
Yeah.
Jared does photography.
I'm part of the Blue Sky photography group on a Friday.
Sponsors.
Plenty of sponsorship. Yes, Jared, thank you very much.
Yeah. We're going to start, we've made a calendar recently too.
Yep.
And
We did a photo book.
a photo book. And we're going to hopefully do a photo gallery of all the pictures we've took.
Yeah. We'll hopefully as well to try and do an exhibition. We need to, and I should have approached somebody before now for getting a space, but we're going to try and get a gallery space somewhere. How has autism shaped the way that you experience the world?
It's shaped the way I've experienced the world that I finds different to other people. I would always like to organise things more and time too. I like being on schedule for everything. And I also...
A good system.
Yeah. And then I like doing Lego sets and all too. So there's a way lot of detail in that before we put bits of Lego. And you have to be good at looking at pictures and all to see where the Lego goes to. So so my attention to detail and organisation would be good. So
Yeah. Excellent, Jared. What would you like to say to those at Nagivo, Corey, about your time there?
So Knockavo and Unemployment Centre. So I wouldn't have left the house and I couldn't have socialise. So they've both helped me in a very, very big way.
Well, it's funny you say that, Corey, because as I said before, jokingly, whenever I first met you, I wouldn't have thought that you were shy and quiet sort of kind of guy, because you are quite, well, you obviously definitely feel at home and at ease and, easy. Like I think you're a fantastic communicator. So, I mean, I'm honestly surprised to hear that you had difficulties before communicating. So, so it's Japan Community Employee Group and Nagivo. Any particular staff in Nagivo or?
Non-employment centre, Petrol Foley, just and Tim and Colleen and so everybody. non-employment centre.
What about the singing that you've done here? Has that been good?
It has. It's what do you say?
Brought like more confidence for you.
I'm more confidence. I brought the confidence out more.
Stayed at home. So, because while you've been here, Corey, I think you've been sort of front and centre.
Noisy,
Oh, not so much noisy. Being,
outgoing.
yeah, definitely going in. But even as Jared was talking about being the organizer, with the second person then who's organising is you. So, you know, as I said, it does come as a bit of a surprise that you've, and it's a fantastic reflection, I suppose, on the support that you've got, that you're able to feel now, you know, that you can get out and do things. And I know that amongst yourselves and the Crafty Quavers, that you do organise things for yourselves after. You go cinema trips and other days away and things like that,
Yep.
visit each other's houses and stuff and celebrate birthdays and
Yeah.
other celebrations and stuff. So no, but again, that's it's definitely fantastic. So the support then you've got along the way has done you the world of good.
Yeah.
You've been involved, Corey, with the Learn and Play over the summer here with the Strabane Community Unemployed Group, and you've been in helping with the talent show,
Yes.
haven't you?
I was a youth leader, was basically the youth leader for that 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Because I have my level 3 in childcare, so Pitchell brought me along to help.
that's great. And you were away in Gorton with the kids.
We were in
and-
Gorton, we were in Letterkenny, the butterfly farm.
Yeah.
We were
in a treasure hunt around town.
treasure
didn't you?
hunt around Strabane,
And then a talent show at the end.
talent show the last day.
The kids this year in particular, I think it had actually geared it towards
Children with learning difficulties.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and do you find it easy to identify with the kids, with them having similar challenges to yourself, or how do you find that environment whenever you're there as a helper and not necessarily as somebody in the group yourself? You enjoy helping.
I enjoy helping them. Like, I know what
It's a social aspect of it too.
they're getting to socialise with all their children, like has the same needs as them.
Yeah.
Patsy also found as well too, and she talked to us and the other members of staff after about how she thought it was also important for the parents of the children of who were there for the summer scheme, that they then could they had, as you say, a lot of common issues and common experiences as well too, so they could talk to each other about those experiences and share those experiences as well too. So it's nice for them to have obviously the whole point of the Learn and Play was for the kids, but it was also quite beneficial as well too for the adults.
parents.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's what do for those parents whenever they see the like of yourself coming back, being able to contribute and live a balanced life, and I'm sure it was an important sort of look forward maybe for their own kids as well too. Sort of seeing the potential there.
Yep.
Very good, Corey. Corey and
Yeah.
Jared, once again, thank you very much. And throw a bit of sunshine back your way. You both have been very kind while I've been here. You've both have been very helpful. You've both have
Yes.
been encouraging. You both have been polite.
Yes.
And haven't you, Corey?
Of course.
Mostly.
Always.
Always says Jared. Okay, thank you both very much for coming back up again for more podcasting. Okay, thanks very much.